Will?
What up, Trevor?
What is going
What's up, man?
on, brother?
Damn, you sound great.
Oh, I sound great.
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh, thank you. Everything sounds fine on this? Like, we're good on levels and everything?
Yeah, you're coming in hot.
Oh, coming in hot and heavy. So, hot and heavy. No, also, glasses or no glasses? Probably no glasses because it's probably really reflective, probably. So, I'm just trying to be.
All right.
You can.
Bro, you look great. You look great regardless, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
look great too, sir.
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
and I,
dude.
the long hair crew over here. What like you said, when you do records, you become a part of the band, and like I know I've been discussing with you about potentially coming up there and doing something.
Yeah,
And,
please.
Yeah, dude, I got ideas. I told you, I got ideas I'm gonna throw your way. So, I just need to, and because I know you said that the writing process is a fun time, so we got to do that together.
Yep.
So
Hell
you're,
yeah.
you're like just come in with a riff. We'll figure the rest out. So I'm like, all right, cool. No, but thanks for actually getting like, we finally found time.
Yeah, this is great.
So, what are you in the middle of right now? I know you said it's been like a busy mixing week.
Yeah, we're right now. We're in the middle of the Movements record.
Okay.
So yeah, we can talk about that too, even because everyone knows they're making a record. It's incredible. It's one of the best records I've ever done. But the guys, and we recorded the new single Cherry Thrill over a year ago. We recorded that last May. That was we were doing the live stream, and then we wanted some extra time just to fuck around with some new ideas, and we wrote and recorded that song together in 2 days, literally beginning to the end. Like no ideas, no riffs. We're like, yo, what do you want to do? And then we're all enjoying like Harry Styles at that point. We're all listening to a Fine Line at that point. We're like, yo, let's do something a little kind of crazy based around like a bass groove. So then me, Austin, and Pat, sat there and wrote a bass groove, and I went to the room and had a guitar lick on top, and then we just killed it. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I mean, it's a killer song. I mean, like I know Movements is kind of like a little pride and joy for you. Like that band. I mean, I think you got me into them because every time I listen to a record, I can always tell that it was you that that did it. Like
I don't know if that's good or bad.
it's a very good thing in my book and everything, because I think I got into you. I think I first saw your name when I listened to the Upsides by the Wonder Years.
Awesome. Yep.
And I saw you do engineering on that?
I engineered 4 tracks on that. On the when they got signed to Hopeless, we added 4 more songs to the bonus, and they came here to do it with me.
Oh, that's
2010. Yeah.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, and the evolution of them, and just the evolution of your sound throughout the years has been absolutely crazy to even witness, and just because I don't know, it's kind of weird when you pick up like a new record and you're just like, I love this record, and you don't know like who produced it, and then you flip it over and you're just like, oh, it's a Will Yip record. Like that's what ended up happening to me, and I was just like, I don't know, you know how like you develop like a certain trust. So like just from I don't know, I started basically just trusting everything that had your name on it, because
awesome, that means a lot.
Because every album that I listened to, every production thing that I was liking at the time, anything like that, like just nitpicking and everything, I don't know, your records have always been like that.
Thanks, man. Thanks, and I think that that should be, again, if I can praise anything so much, especially on this platform, on such a fucking cool and important tech company like Audioscape, and having this platform to do it with your audience, is say, this shit is so important. Gear and nerding out is so important. It inspires me every day. Me and you text about gear every single day, right? But at the end of the day, why that is, I think, and I like to think that I'm proud of this point I'm about to make, is that our number one concern in here is about the songs. That sounds simple, but it's not. You know what I mean? I'm about to start pre-pro with a new band, a young band right now, and drawing up ideas is the most stressful part for me right now. Like I'm at home taking their demos and literally saying, what melody do I not like? All right, what are we going to change? What do I want? What do I want to offer up? What do I want to, suggest that we do, and really trust my taste and trust my instincts on this hook could be better, or this melody could be better, this lyric could be better, this whole part could be better. The verse and bridge is perfect, but we need a real chorus. Like those are the things we work on, and it's not just me; it's us. What we do together that produces these quality songs. I don't care if you like the sound of the band. I don't care if you like the genre this band lives in, but I'm confident that every record I do, when it's done, that every song, when you strip it down to the top line and the basic chorus, if you play every song with acoustic guitar and a vocal, it's going to be a quality song. And I think that's why I've kind of
quality song.
Yeah,
right there.
Exactly. And that's my thing. That's my thing. I'll quit. I'll leave. I'll say, I would just say, save your money, work with someone else. If we don't get that part, if we don't get to approve, I'm happy with the core song before we hit record. Because I'm not here just be an engineer. I have no interest in that. If I did, I'll just be an engineer. But again, I take my job very seriously. And it's because, the guys trust me with their songs, and I'm invested in the records, and I want the songs to be the best they can fucking be. And I think that's why, that's what some of the great producers and great songwriters, great musicians, have in common. It's not even just the sound, is that they're consistently putting great songs out, at least quality songs, so that you can trust it. I love that, Trevor. I've never heard that before, and that's really cool. And that's an honor to hear you say that. To earn people's trust when they see your name on something. It's really cool.
No, I dude, trust me. Trust me. I trust you. Like anytime I see your name, like I said, like I've always been a fan, and now that I work for Audioscape, and we've developed a relationship through Audioscape. Even before I had the position that I have now, we developed a relationship, and that was really cool. I still will never forget the day you started following me on Instagram. And I was like, my favorite producer just started following me. I'm a nobody. I was like, dude, what the hell's going on here? And I had to do the screenshot and go, this probably nobody else gives a shit, but this is like the biggest thing for me. My favorite producer started following me, and then we started messaging. So I mean, like that was such a thrill. I mean, like, and I think like one of the first things you said to me was like, "Do you fuck with the men singers?" I'm like, "Yeah, I fuck with the men singers."
Dude, fucking, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not so. It's gonna sound like I'm being very spiteful or have a chip on my shoulder, and I don't really care. But yes, I do. Yes, I fuck that. If I sound like a chip on my shoulder, fuck it. I might.
We can edit whatever out. So like
No, but it's been a dream for me to work with companies like Audioscape, to work with tech companies, to work with your Universal Audios, your just like these behemoths, your Neves, you know what I mean? But for some reason I don't know what it was or what it is. Like they're not that I care about working with companies. I don't care about endorsements from gear companies. I just love gear. I just love great companies, right? Yeah. But I started to, get attention from like Fender, right? I started working with Fender heavily in 2016. I start working with these really cool fucking companies. I start working with Zildjian, start working with Marshall. I start working with, Ernie Ball, and I start working with and I started working with lifestyle companies. I started working with, 47. I started working with Bud Light. Bud Light threw my holiday party with me. We collabed on holiday parties for the last few years. I started working with Liquid Death. And I'm like, wait, I'm a producer. And like, why don't these tech companies or any tech publications give a fuck about me? You know what I mean? And it was, I was talking to, just my manager. Not that I was like complaining about, just like, it's just funny that I'm working with some of the biggest music companies in the world and some of the biggest lifestyle pop culture companies in the world. But like, I can't get a response from Mogami or something. You know what I mean? And it was just like, and I've learned, I was for some reason so like, I don't know, maybe I'm not, maybe it's just in my head, but I felt like my ethos have been so buried in the songs and in the culture of the bands, you know what I mean? That it takes people like you, Trevor, to and like my brother at fucking Universal Audio, or my homie at Full Cow, who has rode for me for the last 10 years when he started at Sweetwater, was guys that were like, the tech world, your mix magazines, your recording magazines, your whatever tape ops are not paying attention to that world. They're not paying attention to the title fight world or the turnstile world. You guys are going to make them. And I'm like, holy shit, that's really fucking cool. And to have people like you guys have my back, it means the world, and it makes me feel like I finally got here as an engineer, even though that's just a sector of my life, but it makes me feel like I got here, and I really appreciate the support.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
likewise, we're the same. We're grinding it out every day, doing the same thing. We just started, single car garage, like literally.
We're the same.
Now
we're the same.
Now we're up to a double car garage.
Hey man, I start further than that.
Little further. No, I'm just joking.
No, but a lot of tech companies start in the garage. That's
but that goes back to the whole entire conversation of showing up and putting in the work, because I mean, like, everything's just like, you can't expect to grow and just become.
My
like,
bandmates used to make fun of me all the time. Every time I drive by your house, you're just sitting in the garage. That's what they would say.
They're pulling up. They're just like, bros, hit this dude with us and go to the beach.
I was like, a couple years later, it's like, that comment aged well.
That's awesome.
No, but I mean,
that's awesome.
But working in this field, and like, it's weird. Like, you grow up always wanting to be the musician, and you sit there and you want to play in bands. Like me, I'm still a musician. You're still a musician. Like, that's what we had a different idea at the start of what we wanted to do, and I am so thankful to be able to be in the business, even in the way that I am now. Just it's on another side, but how fulfilling it is,
dude. At the end of the day, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, I just don't work like a day in my life. How much I enjoy it. My fiance gets on my ass about it. She sits there and she's like, "You're always fucking working. You're always on your phone, whatever." And I'm just like, I'm like the bigger picture. Like, I'm showing up. I'm doing the work, and it's just a nonstop grind, because like, for us to be successful, for Chris's vision to really just skyrocket and catapult, like, it's all working together.
It's just like you said, it's about the songs. It's and it's also it's about the people. And a lot of times we'll go to a trade show in California. They'll be like, I don't see a audio company in Florida. They're like, they're like, it's not about where it's at. It's about the people that are doing it. It's that simple. Everything when you break it down, like you said, is simple. It's just, you do the thing and you consistently do it and you grind it out. And I think where people deviate, and they don't consistently do the same thing, and they have that goal that they're working towards. Where they're just chipping away at it little by little. You know,
absolutely. Yeah, it's just. I don't know. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know what else to add to that, because you just hit it on the head.
And I just want to say, like, I think for kids, especially for people watching this, like you said, we all had aspirations, sure, when we were younger, of like, oh, we're gonna be a fucking musician or a rock star or whatever. The second I stepped into the studio, like I said, I knew I wanted to be a producer. I was always gonna be a musician. I was always gonna be, a drummer or whatever, but I wanted to be a producer. And then as I produced more records, so many jobs. These jobs, man, as long as you're being creative, they're all equally fulfilling to me. I started a record label, And me and my partner, my
You're
manager.
gonna sign me. I promise.
Yeah, straight up, let's go. Let's go.
I'm not gonna tour, but you're gonna sign me.
It'll be all spoken word.
All spoken word.
I feel just as creatively fulfilled working, writing a song as I do producing, as I do building a record cycle with a band, A&Ring with a band, as I do, launching a signature snare drum, designing, a signature snare drum and launching it, as I do so many other things, working on a music video, because my goal is just to be as creative as possible and make the best product. And as long as you care about it and the passion and the passion's in there, you're going to be fulfilled. You know what I mean? Even people that are out there on the road TMing and or doing lights for a package, like these jobs, as long as you're following your passion, you're going to be fulfilled. There's so many cool fucking jobs in this industry, even on the tech side. Like you guys, like I look at Chris as a fucking visionary. You're a visionary with what you do. You know what I mean? Just the same way that, Brendan, is a visionary with Turnstile. I see it the same way, because you have a vision and you're gonna be creative about it and you're driven to achieve it. So yeah, there's more than just playing in a band, and I think people should be very proud of that, proud of their passion, and lucky when they find it.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, I do have some like weirder questions. Obviously, I told you we go off.
I like weird.
We go off the beaten path every now and then.
So I like how the Audioscape logo goes away right as you start getting into this section.
Well,
Yeah.
Like, this
it can't be affiliated.
Yeah,
It can't be affiliated.
that was timed perfectly.
It can't be affiliated. Oh gosh, but listen, you like. I mean, you don't even have to edit it out now. Like it just does it by itself.
Yeah,
Perfect timing for it. So, do you want it back on? We can do it back.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
we're
you're good.
off the beaten
Let's roll
path
with it,
now.
man.
This is
Let's
where we
go.
get a little loose.
we're in it.
Let's go.
So, no, I do have a question for you, because I always wanted to ask you this, because obviously you've worked with a lot of bigger bands or just bigger artists or up and coming artists, maybe artists that have like Bartees Strange, for example. Like I feel like you're like the one that discovered him in a sense, and that album that you God, was it Live Forever? Is that what
Live
it's called?
Forever. Yep.
Yeah, Live Forever. That album, so genre bending and just like all over the place, and the fact that you had a hand in it and everything, like it just shows your skill set and how expansive it is. Now, what I do want to ask you is, even with everybody that you've worked with, everybody that you've met and everything, is there one group or artist that you like, it's like your pipe dream, like that's who, like you want to make a record with them?
Yeah.
And remember, this is on the record, so like,
this is
on the record.
Yeah.
So
Man.
let's see if we can manifest this.
right.
Let's see if it can happen.
All right. I'm gonna have two answers. One's real and maybe the other one's real.
They're
But
both
my main my main answer is, all right, I will never be the guy that chases records.
No.
I will never be that guy. That's not what made me who I am. I like you go to a Metallica show, right? Or even go to even a smaller that band not as big as Metallica. You go to a Jimmy World show, or you go to a a band like that, or a My Chem show that have active listeners. They're not all not passive, radio listeners. They're active fans. You ask them, who produced this? Most of the people will have no fucking clue, right?
Yeah.
But I want to be a person that's on the ground level and helping break bands and helping bands find their place in the world. You know what I mean? So it's like exactly what you said. For me, Bartees Strange will be is for that experience is gonna be forever way cooler than me working with my favorite bands that I listened to growing up. You know what I mean? Because who cares who does Metallica's 10th record? No one cares. It's Metallica. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I can have a hand in fucking, helping cement the foundation of a Bartees Strange's career so he can fucking pop off, so I can do that, so I can like be on the infancy stages with Title Fight, so I can do, Turnstile's first major label LP and just watch them catapult. Like, that means something to me because, it feels, that's what's energizing for me, is to be able to take something and help grow it exponentially, right?
Be a catalyst.
So yeah, exactly. And I think I feel like a lot of producers kind of don't see that part of it. Like, for example, like there's a lot of producers, I'm not gonna say who, but it's probably most producers that they get popular because they did a band's first record, right? And then they get used to bigger checks, as you should. You should get your word. You should get paid more, as you do more records. But you start getting used to, all right, yeah, they did the first record for 5 Gs. Oh yeah, oh shit, now he costs $10,000. Oh wait, now that band's third record, he's gonna get 25 Gs. Oh wait, now he's just getting records for 35 Gs, 50 Gs, or whatever. Now he can't afford to do that next small band's $5,000 record.
Yeah.
I always want to be there for that part. Like, Bartees Strange couldn't afford to do a $20,000 record on Live Forever. He did the record mostly himself, with one of his friends. Like, my goal was to always be available to find young, new, fresh, taste-making music and help build that and properly invest in that. A lot of people that follow me associates me with Title Fight. I cannot, by the numbers, afford to do a record for what Title Fight gave me for the first record, right?
Yeah.
I had to fix that. And that's why I started a record label. I started a record label. So like, yeah, you can't afford me, but like, what if we partner and put this out? I love the band. What if we partner and so I have investment in it. So yeah, I'm not gonna get paid at all right now because I'm basically paying myself. You know what I mean? But I want to invest in new hot music. You know what I mean? And I think those are my dream artists. That's my dream. If again, this is a cop out. It sounds like a cop out answer, but like,
it's great.
A dream record for me would to go back and do Title Fight's first record again, because that feeling was crazy. Getting to see that thing blow up is crazy. Getting to see Turnstile blow up right now is crazy. Like, that's such a good feeling.
That's the high.
Me.
Yeah,
It's amazing seeing all these people's their careers and just like knowing where it started and where it's at now. Like,
and I think to kind of put that answer in one sentence is, I want to do records. My dream records are with the bands that want to work with me the most, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because that's the most inspiring. That's the most inspiring thing to me. Like right now we're rolling out a record. I told you about this a long time ago, Trevor, when it was a secret. We're rolling out a record with Frank Iero from. With LS Dunes, with Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance, with Anthony Green from Circuit Survive, with Travis from Coheed, and then with Tucker and Tim from Thursday. And that's exciting. That's the coolest shit to me. Being like doing, is a brand new band that's gonna have a lot of buzz, but we're gonna build this thing together. And I remember Frank calling me and said, he was like, yo, I always wanted to work with you. I'm like, then you're my guy. You're the guy I want to work with the most right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the guy I want to work with the most, because he wants to work with me. It's like going on a date. A date's not going to be cool if the other person doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? So,
I've been on those.
But, it's just like this. If neither one of us really wants to be here for this interview or for this podcast, it's probably gonna be shitty, but we both want to be here, so we're gonna have a great time and it's be organic and we're gonna have a blast. I just want to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to make the best fucking songs. I don't care is with a brand new band that I signed to Memory Music, and that's exciting to me. It's going to blow it up. Or I don't care if it's the band's, third, fourth, fifth record. As long as we have fun and we can blow it up and we can really excel on it. That being said, I would not mind making some huge ass bands records. Don't get me wrong, but
he's just not starstruck.
Yeah,
Trevor.
yeah,
but
not starstruck.
Yeah, my favorite.
That's not what drives Will.
Yeah, if you would have asked me this 20 years ago, the answer probably would have been Lauryn Hill. It probably would have been Lauryn Hill because, the Miseducation and the Score are the two most important records of my life. And getting to work with her was a dream come true. And it just made me realize, and even I left the gig. I left the gig to work a Title Fight record, and she respected it because I was with her on the road. And it became all about the road. And I said, my life is meant to be in the studio making songs with bands. And she respected that. And we still work on songs together. I'm just not on the road with her. But I'm like Chris said, I'm not starstruck when it comes to musicians because I feel like everyone we're all peers. We're all just trying to do the same thing. And we're all just trying to make great songs. I will get starstruck if a Philadelphia Philly walked through the door, though. You know what I mean? but. Yeah.
And if they walk through the door, I'd be like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. So, I'll get starstruck if like Ryan Gosling walked through the door. I'd be like, my
everyone would.
Yeah. I'm just like that guy. I don't know. I think you should do the next Dead Man's Bones album, his band's album. So
I'll do it. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, I don't know. It could probably be your vibe. So they haven't released an album in like 12 years though. So probably not
crazy.
Not nothing
crazy.
Yeah. So all right. So now down the beaten path of where we're gonna go with everything.
Yeah.
All right. So if you were one piece of audio gear, what would you be?
What kind of question is that, man? What the fuck is that? All right. I would be, damn, dude, that's crazy. I'll definitely be a compressor, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I'll definitely be a compressor because I feel like, again, being, my life now being so heavily as a producer, I write a lot, I co-write a lot, but at the end of the day, most of my days are a little further down the line, you know what I mean? Like, the performer's already out there, they're already singing to a mic, the mic's already capturing it, yeah, and it's already going to a preamp. Now you're ready to get compressed. Now you're ready for things to get brought to life. You know what I mean? You're ready for the goo to come out, and that's where the compressor comes to play. You know what I mean? I feel like a compressor can ruin or make your record. You know what I mean? Or just how it's being used. The same compressor can. So I would probably be a 2254 or 33609 if I was a piece of audio gear, because I'm pretty gooey of a dude, and I'm a little grimy, but I'm still pro as hell. and
yeah, that's a perfect way to say it right there.
That is a perfect way to say it.
That's the quote right there.
That's the quote. That's the quote. That's the quote.
Yeah. I like helping people glue their songs and make their songs pop, and I feel like those compressors do that in different ways.
That's an excellent answer.
Yeah.
Excellent answer. I'd be a tuning pedal.
That's good.
Just put me in bypass.
Just one. I was gonna say one with the dying battery.
Yeah, one with a dying battery.
Yeah. No, man, you'll be at least like an Anderson tuner. A really, really nice high
clip-on tuner.
No, I was thinking about the Shark clip-on ones.
Okay.
The ones where you're sitting there going
ukulele
like, we're sitting around the campfire tonight. So all right, Philly.
Yeah.
A lot of history there, obviously. Yes. So, Studio 4, is it haunted?
Studio 4, I will tell you, I feel like I have a knack for that type of vibes. Even when me and my wife were house shopping, and we're like, yo, this shit's definitely haunted. We walk into a house like this, and we're like, yo, yeah, fuck this. We can't.
Somebody
we can't
died
live in
right
this
here.
House.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I promise you, Studio 4 is not haunted. No haunted vibes in Studio 4.
Bummer.
You know, I've slept here many a times, and no weird vibes. There's no weird vibes. You know, knock on wood. You know, no weird vibes. The energy is always very positive. If it is haunted, it has to be like Casper or something, because the vibes are so positive.
Yeah,
very positive.
Not like his uncles or whatever. The hell those
no, not like his
were.
uncles, not like Casper's uncles. They were the worst. But yeah, it's a very positive aura in here. And you know, I remember Brendan from Turnstile or Justice from Angel Dust would say, "Yo, I just want to write music in here." They just wanted to like sit in the piano, stay all night and work, because they felt positive being in that room. You know, so yeah, I will go with no.
Oh,
no,
but
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Not every place can be haunted. It's not St. Augustine.
Not everywhere St. Augustine.
Not everywhere St. Augustine. But you a believer in ghosts? Ever seen a ghost?
I've never seen a ghost, but I believe in supernatural shit. You know, you know, so yeah. I mean, come on, you know, the world or existence has to be bigger than us, right? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you know, there's all these different things. I mean, they say that we can only perceive so much, and everything around us, there's so much going on around us that we cannot see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So so that freaks
we're going
me.
down the beaten path right now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've told you we're going to go down the beaten path. Like I'm telling you right now. Like, so ever see a UFO?
I've never seen a UFO, but aliens are definitely real.
Well, duh. If Tom DeLonge says they're real, then they're real.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's
for sure.
That's like you know. So had never seen a UFO. Have you seen anything supernatural?
I don't think so, dude. I'm stuck in the fucking studio too much, man.
What about the show Supernatural?
Well, you've seen Supernatural.
I have not seen that show either. Dude, I barely. I'm just start. Yeah. I don't get to watch too much like network television. You know what I mean? Growing
Not a CW kind of guy. Yeah.
That is
yeah,
CW.
I would. I'll probably enjoy it. You know, I just didn't have the time, like the consistent time to watch that shit. So,
I feel you on that. Yeah.
With how big friends that Turnstile is with Tim Robinson now, I expect you to show up in the next season too. So, what's the so this is kind of back on the audio now. So like obviously we're just gonna jump back and forth.
Yeah.
So what is the craziest thing that has happened while you've been recording a band? Like what's one moment that has stuck out to you where it was like you knew you like hit lightning in a bottle, basically? Like what or like what's the craziest thing that's happened for a song, a record, whatever? What sticks out the most where you're just like, that's it, right there, right? I'm wondering if I'm coming across with
that
it.
For sure. That's such a tough question for me, because
I'm sure every record has something that sticks out.
Everything, you know, there's always a moment, we're always high-fiving, but in terms of like on that like upper level for my brain to say, oh man, this was crazy, is so hard because I'm so hard on everything. So like even moments, you know, when we're creating ideas, you know, I'm just working. Like to me, it's a great idea. I'm like, yo, could it be better? You know, and I'll be the first to say, yo, this is awesome. But there's always a part of me that's like, shit, man, was that good enough? So I take it home and I live on it, and I work on it, and I work on it. And it was like, yo, is this melody right? Is this melody right? You know, and then I come back and we'll commit. But like a lot of those moments, like, we have a lot of them, obviously. You know, we have, every time we do a men's record, there's one every hour of like, yo, that was it. But we also get used to it. You know what I mean? You know, we're like, yo, this is just what we do. We're just used to creating fire, you know?
I'm wondering if those moments during the Menzingers records that made you go like, oh, wow, like whatever. I wonder if those are the same moments that like when I was listening to like, say like After the Party and just being like, whoa. Because like After the Party, it's just right off the gate, like right off the bat. Like it just...
That's awesome.
Like,
probably.
Telling lies, like just going right the way that record opens and the way that it closes and everything. Like it just the flow and everything. I don't know. I can probably pick out so many moments that have made like me get goosebumps or made my jaw just go like, or where I was like, I got to listen to that again immediately.
Yeah, I think one particular moment in terms of like when we're writing, we're working on the composition for a song, maybe because I'm just looking at the black right to my eye right here, behind the thing, but like with Peripheral Vision by Turnover.
Dude, that album.
Yes. So before that record, the record we did before that was pretty leaned on like the pop punk, very rocky of a side of things, whatever you call it, emo. I don't know what the fuck you call that shit anymore, but
they were more of like the pop punk.
It's
weird seeing where they're at now as well, and just going, this is the same band.
Like, when they came in with these songs, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, it was so different, and I'm down. They knew I was down, but we're like, we're gonna change things up. I also had a conversation where we're changing things up, and we're like, we're really getting into more new wavy stuff, more indie leaning stuff, 80s leaning stuff, and we didn't even know what to do for tones. We knew that we didn't want to use a Les Paul through a 800 like the last record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then we went to a Guitar Center, and this was pretty early on. This was like early 2014, when rolling jazz courses were still a few $100. So I saw one and I looked at Austin. I was like, yo, everything we're talking about, that's that amp. Like, we need that amp. And so we bought that amp, brought it to the studio, and it kind of made the core of that record, and it kind of started the core chain of what that band evolved into sonically. And just getting into it, they had obviously great song ideas, and there was one particular song that I remember going to Austin. I was like, this chorus isn't completely right. This chorus isn't completely right. Every other part, he had a verse idea that was so strong. It was so fucking strong. And, I had a chorus idea, and I laid it down, and it was, to me, probably still to this day, one of the best verse chorus combinations that I've ever worked on. And it really showed our collaborative spirit. And that was a song, Dizzy on the Come Down. And
which song it was, because
I remember that it felt uncomfy for him to sing at first because it was lower. The chorus was actually lower than the verse, in its range. And so it was like, uncomfortable. I'm like, no, man, this is so fucking good. We have to roll with it. If we don't roll with it, it's a fucking mistake. We have to roll with this. And we're like, yeah, we have to. And it became, even without it being a single, it became their most popular song. It's their most popular song, and one of the most popular songs I've ever worked on. And that was the moment I knew it was going to be good, because that verse in that chorus was pre-chorus, I should say. Again, he had the verse and pre-chorus so locked down. Once he fit in that last chorus, man, it was magical. And I felt that spark. I knew it was going to be successful. I knew it was going to be fucking awesome. And I've gotten some pretty good royalty checks from it since then. So it meant something, But that's such a special band. There's such visionaries. Every record, there's moments like that with us. But I'm lucky.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I get to work with some pretty crazy people, like not crazy big or whatever, but like as in crazy. They're all a little crazy. I'm a little crazy, but they're all looking for that next level thing. You know what I mean? Brendan from Turnstile, Austin from Turnover, Jamie from Code Orange. These are all guys that are truly, truly obsessed with their craft and obsessed with turning over every stone. You know what I mean? So to be a part of that, there's going to be a lot of those magical moments that I'm almost like, it doesn't even faze me, because they're all magical moments. You know what I mean? So it's I'm very grateful for it.
No, I mean, I can tell you right now with the music that, obviously, like in my early 20s, I've listened to more punk driven things, and as I've gotten older, my music taste has changed. I'm 34 now, and I don't think I should really be like making pop punk anymore.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man.
I know, but like then I went to Americana punk, and now it's kind of like I don't know.
That's cool.
It's actually kind of funny because Turnover has been sonically what I gravitate towards, and as a reference point for when I am actually creating music now, like the stuff that I'm working on now.
Very cool.
They're just the sonics of everything, the way the songwriting. I want to even listen to Peripheral Vision, and then I hope you don't mind saying, but me saying, but like the new album, it just like you see the foundation on Peripheral Vision, and it's a granted it's a fantastic album, but like the new one, it's just something else compared to what that is. The synths going on. I mean, like, is there saxophone on it?
There is.
Okay, because I'm listening to it and I'm just like, what? Like, so I really like that, and I don't know, it at times it'll remind me of the 1975 in a way, with the 80s inspired or the 80s aesthetic, I guess, going on with it. But I don't know, it's just a lot more. I don't know, it's. The Audioscape sign's gone, so I mean, like, it's just like a good album to blaze to, and just and just lay in there and just have like different color lights going and kind of get lost. So kudos to you on
thank you, man.
And then capturing that.
And then we're like,
thank you,
Trevor. It's 2:00.
Yeah, Trevor, it's 2:00. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but you know, I'm out in the shed, and it's,
this person's got a question.
Yeah, this person's got a question. Answer that email.
No, that's important to us, man. Like bands like Turnover and Turnstile, Title Fight, Code Orange. They what makes them special is not just the song, you know what I mean? It's their eagerness to kind of evolve their sound and kind of push the boundaries and to push their fans to kind of grow with them. So I think that's really fucking cool.
I think you capture with the bands and everything, like you capture a sound, you capture a feeling. Like not just like a sound, you capture a feeling, and that feeling just resonates with me. So I guess that's what has always drawn me to.
What's cool is he broke it down earlier when we were talking with Justin about how he captures that feeling.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even know that you did that, like with the whole with pre-pro and everything. Yeah. So all right, so the time is starting to run out on the clock for us. So I have a 4-year-old at home that I gotta get back to and everything, obviously, and hopefully he doesn't smash another tablet today. But so I'm gonna do one last big question on you.
Oh, let's go.
All right, you into conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like obsessed with it. Like I don't deep dive into it, you know, because my brain only has so much for things, you know. Well, but I get down, you know. I'll entertain any conspiracy theory, and then you know.
So what
you got?
All right, so I'm a pretty gullible guy. So I mean, like, you can sell me on anything. Like you can sell me on anything for the most part. Steve Shady almost sold me on flat earthers. So like, you know, like I was almost there. But what is your favorite conspiracy theory?
Dude, I don't know. What is my favorite conspiracy?
There's flat Earth.
There's flat Earth. There's 9/11. There's
9/11.
There's the Greys. There's crab people. There's crab people. That's South Park.
No, the crab people is. But there's reptilian people.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's just Floridians.
Let me think about this. Wait, let me think about this. Yeah,
I like crab people though.
I definitely don't. I definitely don't fuck with any of those conspiracy theories. But what's man?
We're Florida, dude.
We have skunk ape.
There's went down to the Everglades, and there's like a skunk ape headquarters like down there. They're serious.
Can we take an Audioscape field trip?
I guess
we got the Sprinter.
I guess
we got the Sprinter.
I guess what I got into a little bit during the pandemic was the parallel universe thing.
Dude.
You know what I mean? And I think that's just kind of real, and just kind of fun and to kind of think about, that there are, different versions of what we're living right now, and all running in parallels together. And hence, what's that shit? What's that shit called?
Multiverse?
The Mandela effect, right?
Mandela effect. Oh yeah.
The Mandela effect. You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever called fucking. I don't remember the Bernstein Bears being called the Bernstein Bears. Like that's crazy. Bernstein Bears or whatever the fuck it is. Like that's a different universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at least that one's kind of fun for me.
And Sinbad was in a movie where he was a genie. Like I saw it.
100%.
I remember it.
100.
100%. Because there was him as a genie, and then there was a movie with Shaq as a genie.
Shaq,
everybody
Kazam,
keeps saying, everybody keeps saying, like, oh no, there's Kazam, and I was like, and then there was Shazam before the DC video, like before the DC one. I remember seeing it.
So maybe that's not really like one of the popular conspiracy theories, but that's something that I'm like just kind of.
It seems a little more plausible too. Yeah. Like in certain, I mean, there's scientific theories. Around it. It's not, something like flat Earth that's like scientifically debunked. On the flip side of the coin, it's something that there are actual, theories and.
You guys have heard me talk about this before, but the most batshit crazy one that I think that because science can't back this up or anything, nobody can really back this up, but is the whole entire theory that people say that birds aren't real.
Oh,
and that they're and that they're government cameras.
Dude, I did get into this, but then didn't the dude that start this come out and said that it was a fucking prank? Like, he just said it was a prank, and then he kind of went with it.
Yeah, and QAnon was just like, it is fact.
So I fuck with pranks too. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah.
Any pranks ever happen in the studio where you're just like are you a prankster in the studio at all ever? Do you like to just fuck with them at all?
No, I'm not really a fuck with someone type of thing, but we do have, you see these double doors. I'm surprised that more studios don't do this, but all of our rooms, are decoupled and you have double doors. We stand in the middle of them, and then it seems not as frightening as it actually is. Because you open the door and the last thing you want is this dark space and for someone to be there right at face level waiting for you. So yeah, that's a game we play in here.
Oh, God. That's good.
Yeah. So it's really startling.
Yeah. Oh, so all the energy that they're capturing on there, be like, hey, I just needed you to get amped. I need you to wake up. Now go sing that fucking verse. Well, Will, I hope we get to do this again in the future.
Yeah, me too.
I know, because I appreciate you putting time aside for.
We know you're busy, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is very important to me. Your gear has inspired so much of what I do in the last, what I've done in the last, year and a half or so at this point. So it's awesome to be bros and be partners in making music together.
A lot of what you created, really, what you created with the artists that you work with, really kept me sane during when the world shut down. So,
awesome.
And all those live sessions and everything that you did.
It's inspiring to the crew, to everyone here. I think there's just the energy. It flows around.
Yeah,
comes around.
It all comes around. Real quick, anything you want to plug? Like you want your drums? Any bands coming up?
Not really, man.
No?
I'm not really.
I'm gonna let Orson
you know?
Wilds know that you didn't want to give him a plug. So let me do that real quick.
I have so many. I have so many bands I work with. You know what I mean? What I plug is fucking making music with great gear, with inspiring gear. If people are making music, then business is good. I don't care if you're making music with me. I don't care. It's just like you guys. If another company is selling 1 billion pieces of gear, that just means business is good. That means there's money flowing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only energy I try to really kind of plug out there. Is like, fucking making music, make everyone go out and make fucking music, and inspire others, because that's how we keep this business running.
Excellent, man.
Hell yeah.
I thank you so much for doing
Hell
this.
yeah, thank you guys.